Hey everyone, welcome. I am so incredibly thrilled to have you here today for this explainer. We are about to embark on a truly fascinating visual journey deep into indigenous Ethiopian metaphysics. Today, we're basically unlocking an ancient framework for understanding the very fabric of the universe. We'll be focusing specifically on the esoteric Guzan Creations. And if you aren't familiar, these are the fundamental forces that indigenous Ethiopian wisdom says govern absolutely everything, from the unseen spiritual realms right down to the solid ground we walk on. So, get ready to stretch your mind, because this is going to fundamentally challenge how you view reality.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at darkness and light. Then, we'll uncover the secret of rays. After that, we'll walk through the 4 natural elements, map out the 12 heavenly houses, and finally, we're going to reveal the connecting wave power.
Section 1. Darkness and Light, the Conceptual Realm.
Now, to truly grasp this ancient wisdom, we kind of have to do a little bit of mental housekeeping first. We need to completely unlearn our modern, literal definitions of these 2 very common words. We're not talking about flipping a light switch on and off in your living room here. We are talking about vast conceptual realms of cosmic architecture. Think about our conventional understanding of darkness. It's simply the physical absence of photons, right? It's just what happens when the sun goes down. But in the indigenous Ethiopian concept, darkness is actually an active, profound state of concealment. It's this veil that hides and covers creations before they're ready to manifest. And here's the truly mind-bending part. This realm of darkness is actually where time dwells. In this ancient wisdom, time means movement, process, and change. So all the processes, changes, and movements of creation happen hidden away, enveloped securely within this cosmic darkness.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how this cosmology completely flips our understanding of light. If darkness is the realm of concealment, light is the philosophical act of revelation. It's not just illumination, like a light bulb. It is the actual process of bringing hidden creations out from the unknown and into the known. When something moves from being completely ununderstood and concealed in the dark into a state where we can finally comprehend, recognize, and interact with it, that transition, that revealing, is what light truly is.
And because light is the realm of the revealed, it naturally serves as the home for something called Gazfet, which roughly translates to physicality or form. Once a creation is revealed by light, it isn't just an abstract idea anymore, you know? It gains physical form. It gains direction. It becomes a recorded, recognized existence in the universe. Essentially, light gives the previously hidden concept its tangible, physical anchor in reality.
Section 2. The Secret of Rays.
So, this brings us to a super dynamic concept. If light reveals the physical form, the ray is what actually pierces through it. A ray is a penetrating force. It works right alongside light, but its specific job is to bypass the physical surface to read concealed truths. The source material gives a brilliantly relatable example of this. Imagine someone approaches you, and without them speaking a single word, you are somehow able to perceive the unspoken thoughts and intentions in their heart. That ability to pierce through the physical facade and access the hidden, concealed layer behind it, that is the power of the ray in action. It is quite literally the universe's ultimate scanner.
And, according to this cosmology, sheer power dwells within the ray. But this power isn't just some chaotic energy, it's highly structured. The ray is composed of 3 fundamental components. First, it has a center, a core, decisive focal point. Second, it has capacity, which is the actual strength or potential it carries. And third, it has glory. Put together, these 3 elements make up that penetrative force that allows the ray to reach deep into the unseen.
Section 3. The 4 natural elements.
Let's move on and see how this builds as we transition from the unseen forces into the actual building blocks of physical manifestation. But just like we did with darkness and light, we need to think way beyond the literal. We are not talking about the physical dirt in your backyard or the literal flames in a campfire. We're talking about cosmic properties, the behavioral forces of creation. To explain these abstract energies, the source material uses this brilliant everyday analogy of a hen hatching an egg. It basically breaks down the process of creation into 4 distinct steps: fire, water, wind, and earth. Let's look at how each of these elements represents a totally crucial phase of bringing something into existence.
Okay, let's break this down. First, we have the cosmic function of fire, which is the property of gathering and bringing heat. In our egg analogy, this is the hen sitting on the egg, providing that initial gathering warmth to spark life.
Next up is water. Its cosmic function is connecting and binding. Inside the egg, this represents the phase where the yolk and internal fluids start to interlace and connect, pulling the raw materials of life together. Then comes wind, which is the property of initial shaping and forming. Just like wind rustles trees to bring forth fruit, inside the egg, this is the stage where that connected matter actually begins to take the shape of a chick. And finally, we have earth. Earth is the property of solidifying and materializing. This is the grand culmination, the exact moment the fully formed solid chick breaks through the shell and hatches into the physical world. So fire gathers, water connects, wind shapes, and earth solidifies.
Section 4. The 12 Heavenly Houses.
All right, so we've seen how abstract energy physically manifests step by step. But let's zoom way back out to the macrocosmos for a second. Where do all these manifestations, all these forms of physicality, actually reside? Well, imagine an architect who has a perfect, detailed blueprint of a house existing entirely in their mind. The doors, the walls, the roof. That is the heavenly blueprint on the left. On the right is the earthly reality, the actual solid house built from wood and stone. And this brilliantly illustrates a core idea. According to this ancient wisdom, our physical earth is merely a solid, materialized copy of the perfect, abstract cosmic templates that exist up in the heavens. Everything we see down here has its true original dwelling place up there.
And these dwelling places are very specifically organized. The heavenly realm features 12 distinct houses laid out across 4 cosmic directions. The geometric layout is distributed like this. You have 3 houses on one side, 7 on another side, 1 on the third, and 1 on the fourth. These 12 houses serve as the ultimate cosmic resting places, the fundamental architecture where all the cosmic forces and creations we've been talking about finally dwell.
Section 5. The Connecting Wave Power. So, we have all these different realms, right? Darkness, light, the houses, the elements. But how do they actually interact? What bridges them? The answer is the invisible connecting force of the wave. According to this indigenous cosmology, there are exactly 7 fundamental types of waves in the universe. Now, here is where it gets incredibly intriguing. The text notes that modern humanity is currently only utilizing 4 of these waves. These are the ones powering our internet, our telecommunications, the whole tech shebang. But there are 3 remaining waves, 3 ancient, incredibly powerful waves that our ancestors used for grand works, ancient geometry, and profound mystical practices. And right now, those 3 waves are entirely lost to us.
So, the crucial point is that waves are the ultimate cosmic facilitators. Throughout this explainer, we've talked about things dwelling in other things, right? Time dwells in darkness, physicality dwells in light, life dwells in the elements. Well, absolutely none of that is possible without waves. The wave is the delivery mechanism of the universe. It's the invisible current that allows a concept like time to seamlessly inhabit a state of darkness. Without the wave, everything in the universe would just be totally isolated and disconnected.
I want you to really let this quote sink in for a second. The invisible world is connected to the visible world through waves. Because waves have this unique ability to dwell in both the unseen spiritual realms and the physical earthly realms, they act as the ultimate bridge. They are literally the conduits that ancient mystics and practitioners use to draw hidden cosmic forces down into physical reality. Through sounds, symbols, and geometry, they utilize these wave frequencies to perfectly bridge the gap between the heavens and the earth.
And this leaves us with a truly staggering thought to end on. We pride ourselves so much on our modern technology, utilizing 4 of these cosmic waves for our digital world. But just look at what we've explored today. A deeply sophisticated ancient Ethiopian metaphysical system that mapped out the geometry of the heavens, the behavior of cosmic elements, and the profound nature of light and darkness. So I have to ask you, if ancient wisdom understood and utilized these unseen connecting waves millennia ago, what profound unseen forces are we still completely missing in our modern understanding of reality? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep questioning the universe around you.